Can you see greatness before the world tells you it's great? Now Bivol lived in the shadows for years, quiet, respectful, but dangerous. He was not sold as a knockout artist. He was not marketed as a monster, but he was a master in plain sight. When he faced Canelo, most people saw a challenger. Bivol saw an opportunity. He trusted his craft. He trusted his mind. The same thing happened with Beterbiev. The world saw an undefeated destroyer. Bivol saw a puzzle. This is not just about punches and footwork. This is about a man whose mind stayed calm while the world screamed danger. I felt Bivol spent a lot of time in the shadows. Initially, he did not get the media attention that he deserved. He was underrated. Let's be honest, he was seriously underrated. But not all great fighters are packaged with knockouts and power. Not all great fighters rely on intimidation. Some great fighters are just technical geniuses. Think about it. Think of Roy Jones, Sugar Ray Robinson, Floyd Mayweather, Willie Pep, etc. Bivol had mastery. He had perfected his craft. And despite his brilliance and technical ability, the boxing world initially underestimated him. When Bivol fought Canelo, people underestimated the battle. Boxing people, now they knew about Bivol. The public did not. They did not understand the danger. They did not understand the strong psychology of Bivol. They did not understand the technical brilliance of Bivol. And the psychology of Bivol is one of a champion, a true champion, an elite fighter. Canelo is, of course, a great fighter. There is no question about that. But when he changed the levels, Bivol not only matched, but he exceeded the level. The jab was technically brilliant and the 1-2 was impeccable. But the mindset was unbreakable. Ironically, the bill was titled Legacy is Earned. And if you put the pay-per-view numbers along the YouTube numbers, this was watched by over 14 million people. In simple terms, over 14 million people saw the technical and psychological brilliance of Bivol. Now, Beterbiev was a monster, an undefeated monster. His power was very, very scary. I watched the Callum Smith fight and literally I winced. Callum Smith is a good fighter, a former world champion. He deserves respect. But Beterbiev walked through him. He walked through that great counter left hook. He walked through that great jab. Considering the context, how was Bivol going to deal with Beterbiev? In the fight, I thought Bivol was just exceptional. He handled Beterbiev's power with powerful psychology, but the technical elements were exceptional. Of course, there had to be a rematch. The infrastructure of boxing is very different today. Because of the money and new faces in power, we get to see the big fights, the big fights. It's a special time in boxing, and we should acknowledge that. In the rematch, Beterbiev set a really fast pace. He had a new game plan and he had a new strategy. So in round 5, it looked like he was about to take over. Because he started to find his range, he was landing and he was starting to implement that power. But then Bivol showed us that elite psychology. He took a deep breath and he went into Matrix mode. What Bivol did in the second half of that fight was truly exceptional. It truly was. Unfortunately for Beterbiev, he was the recipient of this mastery. Bivol cemented his greatness that night. In the end, this is bigger than the belts. This is about a man who trusted his mind. Bivol walked through Canelo without changing his personality. No trash talk, no drama, just pure focus. He then faced Beterbiev, an undefeated destroyer. He did not flinch at the reputation, but he respected the power. But even though he respected the power, he believed in his craft. When the pressure came, he did not panic. No, he adjusted, he adapted. He went into that calm place. And that is real mental strength. Not shouting at press conferences, not fake bravado for the cameras. Bivol showed that composure is a superpower. He showed that monsters can be outthought as well as outfought. Legacy is not just highlight knockouts. Legacy is what you do when the world doubts you. Bivol came out of the shadows and he proved that a quiet mind can make the loudest statement.